Okay,
here.
your weirdest sexual experience.
Okay.
What's the weirdest shit you've encountered?
That one time I got slapped in the face by this chick. The misconception is that Asian guys have small penises. Is that true? Or is
No.
that true? It's not true, right?
It depends, though.
Like, give me like a hand.
I guess like that. Or them.
Okay, what's more important, foreplay or size?
That's a hard question.
What's up, people? Welcome back to People That Travel, where I interview nomads, expats, anyone that's just sick of their normal routine back at home and needs a little bit of motivation to find out that traveling is actually possible. It's not as hard as they make it out to seem. You don't need tons of money. You don't need tons of preparation. You just need a little bit of will, discipline, and action. Take
Definitely.
action and go have a good time, right?
You're absolutely right.
And today I'm with Levi. It's gonna be a great podcast, guys. Let me tell you a little bit about Levi, though. She is a French/Vietnamese traveler that was born in France but raised in the States for about 8 years, and since then has lived in various countries and has traveled around. She currently works in marketing, but her true passion is actually branding and growing online. She's going to be quitting her full-time job soon to pursue this. She's going to start a YouTube channel. She's already a TikToker. She's an Instagrammer. So she's very focused on that. Her favorite country so far has been Hawaii, which she lived in for a year, and she'll be talking a little bit about why. She considers herself as an introvert, but is a very good listener and very open-minded to anything and does not judge. She is very much into reading books, self-development, financial books. She likes to meditate when she has some time, and she considers The Wolf of Wall Street to be one of her favorite movies. So I think that tells us a little bit about you, that you got a crazy side.
Right.
So before we get into it, guys, just make sure to smash that subscribe button. Comment down below where you guys are listening from, where you guys are watching, and also leave me a review if you're listening to me on iTunes or Spotify. That really helps the podcast. And what other questions you guys think I should be asking the next people I interview. So Levi, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here.
Definitely. I love being this is my first time on the podcast too. I love doing podcasts. But when I contacted you, I was like, oh, I would definitely want to go do a podcast with this guy. It seems so fun. And there's so many topics to talk about,
Yeah.
Definitely.
And all the people that actually have tuned in that are coming from Levi, we're going to answer a lot of the questions that you guys sent to her on Instagram.
So thanks for all the questions that you guys sent me. It was amazing. I didn't expect that many questions. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun one.
100%. Okay, Levi, so tell me a little bit about you. So is that how you say your name?
Levi, yeah.
Levi, okay.
Well, people call me V, actually. But,
V.
You can call me Levi. It's fine.
And what's your Vietnamese name?
V.
V. Oh, that's your Vietnamese
Yeah.
name. Okay, cool. I like V. V is
Okay,
a nice
V.
name. Okay, so V, you were born in France.
Yeah.
Okay, so V, you speak French,
Yes.
Vietnamese, and English.
Yep.
That's crazy. Which is your favorite language?
English.
Really?
It's easy to speak, and everybody speaks it, and I communicate easily in English.
Okay, so you feel a lot more comfortable in English. What's the second most comfortable language for you?
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. So you always spoke Vietnamese back when you were at home?
Yeah, I always spoke Vietnamese with my parents. With my mom. But it was only the speaking. I never knew how to write or read until a couple years ago when I really got into content writing. But yeah, I definitely mostly spoke Vietnamese at home. Just at home.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so you've traveled a lot and you've been forced to travel because of your family circumstances. They just like to move a lot. Tell me a little bit about your childhood. Why did your parents move to France and have you in France?
Okay, so so it's a long story actually. Well, my grandma married this French guy.
Okay.
And so she and her whole family, which consisted of my mom, moved to France with her. And that's where my mom and dad met.
Right.
They met in France and they had me.
Wow.
And that's how I was in France.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of your Vietnamese family is in France. Wow. What part of France?
The southern France.
The southern
But
France.
I lived in Paris.
You lived in Paris. Okay, cool. And then at what age did you move to the States?
Around 3 or 4.
Oh, you were very young.
I was very young.
Baby. Wow. And it was your mom that made the decision to move to the States.
Yeah.
So she only took you. It was just you and your mom, and your dad stayed in France. Okay, so that must have been very tough and hard for her.
I guess, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah. And you said that whenever you lived in the States, you moved around a lot,
I did.
right? Where did you arrive to in the States?
So first, I arrived in Orange County,
Oh, nice.
where all the Vietnamese people were.
Okay.
So basically, we had this whole community of Vietnamese people, and it was fun because it felt like we were in Vietnam. You know, because
Right.
there's so many Vietnamese people. The food was Vietnamese, and supermarkets were Vietnamese.
Okay.
And it was after that we moved to San Jose. So it was more like there were still many Vietnamese people, but mostly when I was a child, we were in very Vietnamese neighborhoods and communities.
Right.
So it was cool. It was just like fitting in.
Okay.
And then after that, it was to Hawaii, which was my favorite place to live so far.
And what age did you move to Hawaii?
I think around 8-ish. 8.
Oh, so young age as
Yeah,
well.
young age, but I
Wow.
remember like every part of it.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Why did your mom move to Hawaii?
She had some work there.
Okay.
So we moved there, and we lived there for around a year. And honestly, it was the best, best year of my life. To be
What?
honest. It
Really?
was awesome.
And you remember everything?
I remember everything.
Interesting. Okay. And then back to the States.
Yeah, back to
Okay.
the States.
Until what age did you live in the States?
I would say after like around secondary school.
Yep.
It's pretty a blur though. It's like this and that, and
Yeah.
then we moved in Vietnam. I stayed there for a year, and then we went back to the States. So it's kind of like not like a whole journey of living in the States, but it's like moving back and forth.
In and
Yeah.
out. In and out.
Uh-huh, in
Okay.
and out.
So then you went back to France,
Yeah.
right? Your mom went back to France. Why did she move back to France?
She also had work. She moves around a lot because of her work. Actually.
Okay, work. And then did you end up staying in France until you moved to Vietnam, or did you move
Yeah.
again?
I was in France, and then I moved to Vietnam, which was 5
Right.
years ago.
Okay, so at age 19, you finished high school?
I finished high school, and then I moved to Vietnam.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, crazy. It must have been difficult to go back to France. Like, if was your French okay?
My French was okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually knew how to speak the language
Yeah.
because before when I was in Vietnam, so I stayed in France for like 4 years.
Right.
So, and then there I learned French. I was in this
Oh, okay.
international school for like kids from other countries. So we
Right,
were like
right.
in this class where we get to learn French.
Uh-huh.
And then after that class finished, we would be transferred to this normal school
Okay.
where all the French people go to. And then that's
Right.
how I knew my French.
Okay, cool. All right. And so back to Vietnam. When was the last time you were in Vietnam?
The last time I was in Vietnam,
Yeah, when you came here 5 years ago, moving from France.
like long, like
Yeah.
like 5 years
Wow. So you
before.
had right. So
Uh-huh.
your idea of Vietnam wasn't really there.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And when you arrived, how did you feel? Did you like it?
No, I absolutely hated it.
Really? You
I
hated
absolutely
Vietnam?
hated Vietnam.
Oh my God.
But now it's different. It's
Right.
totally different now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. Don't hate me.
What?
It's definitely different now.
Yeah.
I love Vietnam now. So many opportunities. So many the people are amazing. I definitely love Vietnam now. It's completely changed my perspective.
Right. No, I agree. And it's not just because she's Vietnamese. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of places, and Vietnam so far has been my favorite. Okay. And what was it that you didn't like about Vietnam? Was it just a culture shock?
It was definitely the lifestyle. Yeah, I was like in the States. It was a completely different lifestyle. In France as well. And I was used to that kind of lifestyle and the 4 weather differences. Like in
Right.
Vietnam, you only have 2 weathers. It's super hot all day, all year. And then there's rainy season, which sucks. I
Yeah.
hate rainy season. But definitely the lifestyle. I felt like Vietnam was just, it didn't meet any of my expectations. Like I had very high expectations for everything, like
Right.
everything, the buildings, the streets, the people. And then when I first arrived here, like everything was just like very undeveloped.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? And as a teenager, I was like, I don't think I like this place. But then like
Right.
it's different now.
Yeah, you start noticing that those things actually don't matter.
Yeah, they don't.
I agree with you. Cool. Okay. And then you went to university here. How was university here? Did you like it? Was it fun?
It was actually it wasn't fun, but I got to the chance to actually get a scholarship for a international university.
Oh, that's
and
great.
so I got a scholarship there. I did. I majored in marketing
Right.
because I didn't know what to do. Like it was either business management or marketing.
Right.
But I felt like I don't think I wanted to do business management. I just do marketing because it's more on the creative side.
Uh-huh.
So I chose marketing, and I'm also working in marketing now.
Right. Okay.
Only to find out that's not for me.
Yeah, no, and it's okay. It's fine. I think that's healthy. Everyone goes through it. No one really stays in what they studied in college. Okay, so now you lived in Vietnam. You've been here for 5 years, and you've been in Ho Chi Minh the whole time.
The whole
time.
in the city the whole time.
And you like it.
Yeah, I love the city.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Definitely a city girl.
Yeah. No, Ho Chi Minh City especially is. It has everything that you need at your doorstep. It's a very exciting place. I remember the first time I came here. I was like 5 years old again at a candy store. Everything just seemed so appealing and attractive and fast and crazy. And now you got your marketing job, you're getting decent pay, you're settled, but you're not quite happy.
Yeah.
With your situation of going to a corporate job and working, and then you see that you're more creative.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And you started doing videos on TikTok and growing on Instagram, right? And so what exactly? Why does that attract you? Why does that lifestyle attract you?
I just feel like I'm a person who's more into freedom,
Right.
and like freedom of thoughts, freedom of action, and just like I feel like being in a corporate job just leaves me in a box. And I feel like, for example, if I give my ideas out and then the boss doesn't like it, then how would I ever know if the idea would work well? You know what I mean? There's like a blockage right there. It's like you're working under people, so you can never fully get your ideas out there to the point where you want them to be.
Right.
And that's how I feel. Even though it's a very creative job, it's in marketing. So we always have to be creative, finding new campaigns, doing new ideas. And we're in social media as well, so it's pretty new, pretty young, but still, it's very like in a box. I feel like in a box.
It goes through the corporate system, and I think the corporate system now kind of ruins everything, especially the authenticity of the idea itself.
Exactly.
Wow, interesting. And something that I also felt when I was in corporate is that I look at the people that are on top of me, and I didn't admire them, or I didn't. It's the lifestyle that they have, and not what I really was looking for, what I wanted. So then I sat down, I'm like, there's no one here that I want to learn from or be like, so what's the point?
Exactly, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Is there any influencers or social media people that you look up to that you like? That you aspire to be like?
In Vietnam, actually, there isn't anybody yet. And I feel that's why like there's so many opportunities here, is because the influencer platform here is very young. There's not that much influencers if you think about it. Like, but I do admire a lot of influencers overseas. There's a lot that I aspire to be.
Yeah. Who do you like?
There's this girl. She's Filipino, Leanne V. I don't know if you've heard about her.
No, I don't think
she's from the States, but I definitely love her content. It's like her lifestyle is goals, and that's what I aspire to be like.
Right. Okay.
Seems like a fun lifestyle that she has.
Yep. Okay. Now let's talk about a little bit. We have a lot of questions to answer, but before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the difference of living in Vietnam to living in the States.
Okay.
From what you remember, or even France.
Okay.
What is it that you think Vietnam has that you feel more at ease or more happy with than the States or France?
The first thing that comes to mind is the food.
The food.
The food.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
So it's like in the States, for example, if you want to eat something, you always have to take a drive, or like it's super far. There's nothing like, there's not always the options that you want. And here in Vietnam, it's just you're surrounded by food.
Right. I agree.
You're surrounded by food, and then like so many food though. So many options, from Vietnamese to Western to everything. So food is what comes to mind the first thing when you ask that.
I agree. You know, the possibilities of food here are too much that sometimes I sit on the Grab app and I spend so much time to pick one thing because it's too many options. And then I drive around, I'm like, how is it that these people are making money when like 2 meters from each other there's another competition, there's another competition. It doesn't really make sense in my mind how these people make money, but yeah, the possibilities of food here are crazy. What is your favorite Vietnamese food?
I'm so basic though. You can guess it.
Pho.
Yeah. I'm like super basic.
No, that's fair though. That's fair. I think
super basic though.
I think a lot of Vietnamese people, their favorite dish is pho. I mean, it's the main dish really. Okay, so food. And what about, how do you feel here about the transportation in Vietnam? Because it's very different to any type of transportation I've seen around the world.
So in Vietnam, there's definitely less cars than anywhere you would see in the world. Mostly motorbikes. So in the streets, there's a lot of motorbikes and no public transportation. There are buses, but buses here are for more like low income, from the low income.
Right.
And
but it's not even that bad. Like, it's very cheap and it's comfortable.
It's super cheap. There's even aircon in it.
Yeah,
There's air conditioner.
It's crazy. And you actually can't sit down because a lot of places in the world you have to stand up.
Yeah.
And you're still paying $8.
But yeah, mostly people that I know, they don't go to buses. They just take Grab now. But there's a Grab.
Yeah.
And there's Grab, which is super
Scooter
useful.
taxis are the best. Yeah, I really like the transportation system in that sense that not everyone has a car. Like, very rarely does anyone have a car. And people are just conscious of space, so everyone just drives a scooter. And I don't know, it works. but I mean, people are going the other way. Some people never follow the rules. Some people don't wait till it turns red or green. They
Yeah.
just go and it works. It's chill. I haven't gotten stopped by the police here yet.
Oh, I have. I definitely have.
Yeah, you
a couple
have?
times actually.
Where exactly? Around this area?
Yeah, around this area in D1
Uh-huh.
in the main districts as well. A lot of
Yeah.
times, like too many times already.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what do they stop you for?
They stop you because they want some ka-ching-ching.
Right.
You know what I
They're
mean?
out to get you.
Yeah, I did absolutely nothing.
Do you have a
wrong.
license?
I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't actually.
Yeah, well, nobody
I don't
does.
have a
Who does?
I got my wallet though. That
Yeah.
helps.
How much did you have to bribe the policeman to let you go?
Well, it depends. Actually, sometimes it depends on how much cash I have in there in my wallet. For example, if they usually want high, but I'd be just pretending like, oh, I only have 100K in my wallet, so this is all I
Right.
have. Please just let me go, and they'll be like, okay.
Uh-huh.
And if you have like 500K like
Yeah.
in cash, then you have to give them that.
Right.
Like,
oh.
why would you give 500K and be like, can you like just give me back the money?
Yeah.
Take only 200K.
yeah. I'll give you
know?
100,000. Just do you have any change?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. And Colombia's the same. You you keep a little pocket with just a little bit of money just in case you get stopped. That way, this is all I have. Okay, cool. Like we can answer some of the questions that the people ask you, and we can go from
sure.
there.
So I did post on my Instagram on the questions that you guys would like for us to answer on the podcast,
Mhm.
and it's awesome because they actually asked a lot. Okay, so first is life in Vietnam in general.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So maybe this is for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's it like being a foreigner in Vietnam?
Okay. It's really nice in the sense that you're different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel here, the first time I came here, everyone would look at me, they would stare at me. Even I would get compliments.
Yeah.
People think I'm pretty, even though like I'm not like that good looking compared to other South Americans or expats. But just because and my nose, people really like my nose here.
Okay.
So I get compliments not only from women but from guys,
Oh.
older guys. Oh, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. So here in Vietnam, I feel like as an expat, you stand out. And people appreciate you a little bit more,
Mhm.
so it's good. And opportunities, I feel like I don't really have competition here because, I mean, yeah, there's other expats, but they're not as easy to find as if you were in Australia
Mhm.
or in the United States.
Right.
And the cost of living here is just fantastic.
Definitely.
So if you're working on the internet, you're making an income online, coming here, your money goes a really long way, and you
Mhm.
can spend a lot more time
Absolutely.
investing in whatever you want to do. And the weather, you can't beat the weather.
True.
The weather here is great. And the fact that it's like rules don't really exist.
Exactly.
You can get away with a lot here.
Uh-huh.
If you want to smoke a joint on the street, you can smoke a joint on the street. No one's going to look at you. Nobody
Mhm.
judges you. If you want to drink on the street, you can drink on the street. No one's going to judge you. No one's going to say anything. So I have a lot of freedom here that I thought I had before, but now that I come to Vietnam, I get to see the real freedom.
Right.
So life as an expat in Vietnam is fantastic, and that's now with the pandemic. I can't imagine how it was before. The parties,
Mhm.
the lifestyle here must have been insane.
Yeah, talking about parties, what do you think about the party scene here in Vietnam?
Well, the little bit of party scene that I've experienced has been great, but because of the coronavirus, it's been very restricted and limited.
Mhm.
So I don't think I've seen and experienced the true party in Vietnam. But the parties I've gone to here have been fantastic. The fact that it's on the beach.
Okay.
It's cheap. Like
Mhm.
I think the most I've paid for a ticket, which was a festival, was like 200,000, which is something
Okay.
like 10, 11,
Wait,
12
so
dollars.
you've never been to like any clubs here in the city?
No,
Like,
I
no
have.
nightclubs?
I've been to some nightclubs. I've been to Sky Bar.
Okay.
I've been to, I don't know, 2 or 3 in Ho Chi Minh City, but I really haven't experienced
Okay.
the crazy clubs.
It's actually pretty crazy.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
The prices are actually super high.
Oh, really?
Because they have bottle service here.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, I've heard about that. That
Mm.
the only way to get in is if you
Book a table.
If you book a table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And each bottle is like 10 million or something like
Exactly. That's like the
Mm.
lowest.
that. Yeah.
kind of bottle
I haven't
service.
been to those type of clubs.
Mm.
I've been more to just the basic like backpacker clubs that
Mhm.
people go to. And yeah, but like the partying in other places, especially on the beach, are really sick.
Mhm.
And also the security is not fucking strict here. You can barely see security, And something that I really like, maybe I don't know about the clubs here, but the clubs I've been to around Vietnam, they're not so strict with dress code.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go on flip flops, you can wear flip flops. I hate wearing pants, so I always wear shorts because it's so hot here. They don't care. They let you in with shorts or a singlet. It's fine. So it's good. The only thing I don't like that much that I do miss is the music.
The music?
I love Spanish music. I love dancing to Spanish music or like R&B and hip hop kind of stuff.
They have that here. They actually have that a lot.
Oh, really?
They only play that here in the clubs.
Oh,
That's
shit.
why you should check out the clubs.
I need to go to these clubs
pricey,
you're talking about.
But the music is worth it.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes. Depends on which DJ.
Yeah. Okay, then that's what I need to do because, most other places are just kind of like techno or deep house, which is fun, but it can get a bit boring after.
You need like more some hype shit.
Yeah, something I can sing to, something I can grind to. But no, that's it. What about you? How do you compare the party, especially like the party from France? Because I know the party in France can get weird. It can get crazy
sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of different types of party scenes.
Yeah.
So it depends on in kind of like which group of friends you're hanging out with as well. Like for example, there will be people who enjoy going to clubs with bottle service, and there will be just those who enjoy just going to a typical party where you don't spend that much and just to have fun.
Yeah.
But in Vietnam, I haven't been to bottle services in France yet, but I have been to in the States.
Yeah.
And in Vietnam, it's kind of the same.
Right.
The States and Vietnam, bottle service is kind of the same shit. Like, you get the same type of service. Super expensive bottle service with your, like, name and, like, the girls with the bottles coming out dancing. But, it's always very crowded in those kind of places. Music is good, though. Yeah. Definitely. You have fun there if you're going with your close friends.
Which is one of the clubs you recommend here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah. Oh, which clubs?
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't really like any clubs here
that
meet my expectations.
Yeah.
But I'll just like say the places that I usually go to when they were still open. It's probably like Kamis.
Yeah.
But now I think it's like downgraded or something.
Right.
Yeah. Because clubs here, like generally, they only last like 2 years max. And then their audience kind of changes to like a younger crowd. It's like a cycle. Like a club opens around 2 years, and then it gets old. People are looking for more.
Right.
So new clubs open, and then that one closes down, or the audience goes down to younger crowds.
Right.
And it's like a cycle. So
Interesting.
clubs keep opening up.
Oh, okay. All right. So updated clubs in Vietnam.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, no, the few clubs I've been to here, man, and they haven't been expensive. They've been actually very affordable. They always have crazy ass shows, bro. There's fireworks. There's people dancing. They got dancers. I love the clubs here in that sense they always put on a show.
Exactly.
There's always a show going on. It's exciting.
Cool.
Okay, and while we're on that topic, they also ask you how is the drinking and the drugs here in Vietnam. So I don't mind talking about drugs. I'm pretty open to that.
Me too.
I've tried all types of drugs, like not all types, but the basics, like LSD, like pills and ecstasy, and marijuana. That's about it.
I wouldn't consider marijuana a drug.
Yeah, I don't even think that's a drug. Not anymore. It used to be. And mushrooms, which I think it's what most people end up trying. And what do you think about the drug scene here in Vietnam?
Yeah, well, as you said, those are the most typical drugs that people would try here as well. Here, you can get those drugs pretty easily. It's not pretty hard. It's just pretty cool about Vietnam is you can just like get anything very easily. You just a phone call away and they'll just like ship it right through your house.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. I have to say here, I thought it was going to be a lot harder to find drugs or to find these kind of things, or even just weed, to smoke a joint every once in a while. And actually, it's very, very easy to find.
Exactly.
Because everyone has this misconception about Asia that, if they catch you there with drugs, you're going to get you're going to go to jail. You might even get a death sentence. You have to be very careful. But that's not the case. They're not out here to get you for that. Even like drink driving. Here, people, I think so many people drink drive and then the police are not out to get anyone that's drink driving. So far from what I've seen. I don't recommend it. No one should do it.
Yeah, nobody should do it.
But all expats are always drink driving.
But that's only in Vietnam, though. As far as I've known, like in different countries in Asia, they're very strict with the drugs.
That's true. In Vietnam. In Vietnam in general.
Yeah, in Vietnam.
Especially in Bali, I heard. Indonesia.
Really?
Indonesia, they're very strict because I think they're a different religion.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
They're Muslim, if I'm not wrong.
But I heard like in Singapore, you get a death sentence.
Yeah, in Singapore
if they find
too.
you with drugs.
Singapore and also China. I heard in China you
really?
cannot light up whatsoever.
I didn't know.
But yeah, no, here, very simple. And like you said, there's these little drug dealers on the internet that you literally message them and they'll ship it out to your door.
They're just like delivered to your door.
Yeah, yeah. And the prices are fair. They're not like really cheap because I don't think Vietnam is known for, or it's a place where they grow these kind of substances. I think it's all imported. So the price is fairly about the same as it would be in the States or in Australia, from what I know.
I mean, that's for the weed though, but the other drugs are pretty expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't bought any other drugs here. I bought acid. I bought acid here, and I think I paid 400,000,
Yeah.
450,000, which is like $25, which is the same price.
Yeah,
about
is
the
it
same
the same
price.
price?
Yeah, and I mean sometimes you can get it cheaper. I think in Australia, I think the cheapest I got was $25, $20.
Australia? Is it easy to get drugs in Australia though?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fairly
really?
easy. Oh man, everyone in Australia does drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of people do drugs in Australia, but the quality of drug is not so good.
Oh, okay.
For example, like the ecstasy, they do a lot of MDMA over there.
MDMA?
Yeah,
Is it
and-
the same as ecstasy? Is it the same thing?
I think it is. I
It
think
is,
it
right?
is.
It's just like another name for it.
I think it is, and the same thing. They used to call it in the States. What was it?
Molly?
Molly. Yeah, yeah. It's the same thing, right?
It
yeah,
is the same
yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Like
okay.
Molly E.
Yeah, I
But
think
I
they're all
heard
the
like
same.
Molly is more of like a pure form of E.
Mm.
E is like like mixed chemically
Right,
with
right.
other substances, but like Molly is like pure.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Look, I don't know really exactly how it is, but what I do know is that in Australia, I tried it and I didn't really feel good. I felt like there's tons of energy, but I just wanted to like grind my teeth. I didn't feel that euphoria feeling where like, oh, I love everyone. Oh, I want to hug people. I didn't feel like that. So I think that the quality of that drug in Australia is not so good. And it's understandable because it has to be shipped, I don't know from where the fuck. And by the time it gets to you, it's probably cut up by so many drug dealers. So you're definitely not getting quality stuff. But yeah, no, here in Vietnam, the drugs are great.
Pretty decent.
If you're looking for, you can find whatever you want.
Yeah.
Especially, but weed is a bit here. They smoke a lot of the Cambodia stuff, which is it's kind of like the bush.
In America, we call it swag.
Swag. Oh my god, I haven't heard that word in so long. Yeah,
Swag.
it's the swag. Yeah. You can get hydro, but it's pricier. It's way pricier.
Very pricey though.
Very pricey.
Like import Kush.
Yeah.
What they call it.
Yeah.
Pretty pricey.
It's pricey. But yeah, no, that's available for you guys here if you decide to come to Vietnam. We don't promote it. We don't say you should do it, but it's good to know because I think it's something that I look for when I go to another
course.
country. I'm like, oh, well, how's the drug scene or the party scene over there?
Yeah. To make it short, pretty easy, pretty simple. Deliver straight to your house, whatever you want. Like they have it here.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want.
Wow.
Literally.
Yeah, I like edibles myself. I like edibles. And this girl that I buy from, she sends me a bag of popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And it's fantastic, dude. You have 2 or 3 pieces of popcorn and you're chilling.
Wait, like 2 or 3 pieces of like popcorn? Like
Little popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
it must be
yeah,
strong
yeah.
then, right? Like
It's
if
pretty.
it's like only 2.
Yeah, no, you can't have more than 4 or 5 or you'll freak out.
I'm not really good with edibles. Like every time I take edibles, I'm
Yeah.
like 2 hours later, I'm like stuck. I'm
Oh.
like stoned to the bone.
Yeah. Well, this one is a lot like that, man. If you take too much, you definitely get stuck in. There's been times where I want to get up, but I can't. But hey, that's the journey you go through with edibles, right?
Yeah. Crazy.
Cool. Yeah. Any other questions? What other questions we got?
Let me check. So I have a friend who asked about office jobs for millennials. They are asking, is it the better way to go, as in office jobs, or is working remotely better? So what is your opinion on this?
Well, for me, for sure, remotely. I hate staying in one place for too
Definitely.
long. But I don't think it's a bad idea to get a corporate job or a desk job, as long as it's in something that you enjoy and that you're learning from. You know, so go do that if you're working for someone or a team of people that you really think you can learn from and you want to pursue that path. Other than that, it's not worth staying in an office job. It's fucking
I think it
sucks.
really depends on like who you are as a person, as in if you are okay with like climbing the corporate ladder, if that's what you want, then go
Right.
for it. But like, for example, if like I guess me and you, we're like considered more of like on the creative side, we're more like into freedom and we want to do our own things, and
Right.
definitely like a corporate job is not for us.
Nah, not at all. Yeah. So if you want to travel, I think best thing is to work remotely and to grow something of yourself on the internet. So every minute that you're spending, it's going towards you, not towards someone else. That if you decide to leave one day, you won't see.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So I guess now that we've talked about mostly like life in general in Vietnam, should we get to like more of the juicy stuff? The questions that you guys actually ask me a lot.
The
So
dating stuff.
Yeah, the dating stuff, the relationship
I want to talk
stuff.
about the dating stuff. Yeah.
Let's get to the juicy stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, first question. Well, not question. Let's talk about alcohol.
Yeah.
People are asking. One of my friends is asking, like, talk about alcohol. What do you think about alcohol in general?
Well, I think alcohol in general is great, but can also be very bad. I've had my fair share of alcohol, and I try my best to stay away from it, just because I'm the type of person that I'm all in or I'm not, you know. So if I'm like, okay, let's go drink, I want to get weird and loose. But if they're talking about how's the alcohol in Vietnam, it's fucking great. It's so good. Fucking here a cocktail. I remember in Mounier, I would get cocktails. They were like 50,000.
50,000?
Yeah, 70,000. And there were decent cocktails, which ends up to be like $2 or $2.50.
Cheap, yeah.
Yeah. A beer here is like 20,000. So like it's less than $1.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like alcohol, Vietnam is a great place. It's not expensive to get drunk here.
Okay.
But in what sense do you think she means?
I really don't know. Just alcohol. Like, they just wrote alcohol.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was like, yeah, alcohol is good. Wherever the party is, there must be alcohol.
Yeah. Another thing here is, for example, I'm sure everyone has done it in the States. If you go to an expensive club, you try to sneak in some alcohol. Here in Vietnam, dude, they don't pat you down. They don't look to see if you have alcohol or not. If you want to put in a flask in your pocket, you'll be fine. No one's gonna check your shit. Compared to like when I was in Australia, the security is so strict over there, and if they see you doing anything that's just a little bit like that, you get kicked out right away.
Okay. Well, actually, I think it depends on which clubs or which places, though, because actually here, when you go to like those more of like the high-end clubs, they actually make you pay a fee if you bring in your own alcohol.
Okay. Well, but that's fine though. Like if you pay a fee and you can bring all your alcohol.
Bring your own alcohol.
Wow, that's cool. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I never know about that.
Okay, so first question, right? So somebody asked me, what is your opinion on online dating? Can you trust Tinder?
Yeah. I mean, online dating, I think it's like anything on the internet, on social media. Like 50 or 60% of it is real, but the rest is fake. So if you see a pretty girl on Tinder, she might not look like that in real life. You know?
I get a lot of that from my friends, like from my guy friends.
Yeah.
And they also like get fake profiles a lot.
What? They make
like that happened to them. Like, for example, if they would match with a girl and then they meet that girl in real life, but then it turns out it wasn't even her. It's not even her. Like, it's a completely different girl.
No, that's never happened to me. But yeah, no. But in Vietnam, I think it's fine. But from what I've noticed when it comes to dating in Vietnam, Tinder is good, but it's not so effective for the males. As in, yeah, you might get a lot of matches, but the ratio of like meeting up with people is not so good. I've noticed that when I was dating or online dating, like Facebook dating is pretty good. Like you get really good stuff there, and you can find a lot of the local Vietnamese girls on there.
Oh, okay. The Facebook dating, is it like the Tinder thing, but for Facebook, right?
So yeah, on Facebook they have Facebook dating.
Okay.
And it's just like Tinder, but within Facebook. And Badoo as well. I don't know if you've heard of Badoo.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
A lot of Vietnamese people use Badoo, and that's it. They don't really use Bumble here.
Yeah, they don't. Bumble is like, isn't it the app where only girls can message the guys?
Yeah, so if you match with a female, only the female can message the guy. The guy can't message the girl.
That's pretty
so
cool.
it's good for guys because then we don't have to put in any work when it comes to making the first move. But if you go on Bumble here, it's only expats that you see on there.
Yeah, because only expats know about it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Vietnamese people don't really know about Bumble.
Nah.
Most of them are on Tinder.
Yeah. Are you on online dating?
I was.
Yeah. Which one did you use?
Tinder.
How did you do on Tinder?
Though. I'm like very picky with who I choose and who I match. Like super picky. Yeah. And most of the guys think that I'm a fake profile.
Yeah.
So I always have to like link my Instagram. And then they'd be like, they'd be messaging me, and they'd be like, "Are you? You're on Tinder, right? You're not fake, right? Is it really you on Tinder?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." And they're like, "Oh, cool." And then like that's where we started talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually meet a lot of my good friends on Tinder.
Right.
Like maybe like we aren't like dating or anything, but like we turned out to be really good friends.
Yeah, and that's what I found as well.
Guy friends on there.
On Tinder, I've made a lot of good friends on Tinder. Like we might have not hooked up and nothing really happened, but we became good friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think Tinder is a good way to meet people whenever you travel to a new place. I mean, thank God for Tinder, really, because as soon as I travel and I'm by myself, I'll go on Tinder and meet someone. It's chill. What type of guys are you into? Do you like Vietnamese guys?
I love Vietnamese guys.
Really? Wow, interesting.
Yeah, that's actually my go-to type. Actually, I'm 100 in the Asian guy.
Right. So, okay. So Asians, not exactly.
Asians.
Okay.
I've never been with somebody foreign. I've never been with anybody
really?
foreign. Yeah, I've
so
never
you've
been.
only dated Asian
I've
guys?
only dated Asian guys.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like a lot of people look at me, they think that I'm like, I would date mostly foreign.
You look like you would go for a foreign guy. Yeah. Wow. Not even in France? I'm sure you've hooked up with some...
No, not even.
Oh, what?
Not even. Wow. And the thing is, I actually don't hook up with anybody. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I only hook up with my boyfriend. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah. So you don't date around? And
I don't.
That's good. But you haven't been with someone that's not Asian. Is it because your choice or?
No, it just never really got the opportunity to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like even now, I think my preference is more of Asian. I haven't met.
What is it that you like? Is it the way that they look, the appearance, or it does it have to do a lot with personality?
I guess both.
Both, yeah.
I've always been into
interesting.
Actually, when I was younger, I would always be like into white dudes,
right.
And like I would think there's like so handsome, blue eyes, all of that shit. But then like growing up, I've been surrounded by like so many Asians in my life, and my friends are Asian, and all of that. So like my preference is more into Asians.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Have you dated Vietnamese guys?
Vietnamese like locals?
Yeah.
I have.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm really picky though. Like it depends on which kind of Vietnamese guys.
Right.
Because some Vietnamese guys are very like cultural and traditional.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
Which is not for me.
Right.
And like the Vietnamese guys that I've been with, they're very open. Like they're more like, how do you say, like more into the foreign side? Like
they're a little bit more westernized.
Exactly.
I agree with you. Yeah, because that's what I've heard from girls. That have dated Vietnamese guys, that they're very controlling, they're very jealous.
Exactly.
They like you can't wear that if you go outside. They really it's not a good relationship. Really like
gets pretty toxic sometimes.
Yeah, toxic. That's right. Okay.
But the thing is, like sometimes the Vietnamese girls here, they don't realize that. They don't realize that they're in a toxic relationship. They think it's normal for the guy to act the way they are.
Yeah.
And it's crazy for me. Like sometimes I would see this girl, this super cute, pretty girl with this dude who controls her all the time, and she thinks it's okay. But like seeing that, it just kind of like bothers me in a way, because she's not knowing her own power.
Yeah, it's because. And a lot of the time as well is because that's how they saw their parents growing up, and if that's been influenced from a young age, they don't know any better. Okay, cool, interesting. What other questions?
Okay. So, opinions on friends with benefits. Is it a good idea?
I've never had friends with benefits, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah, no. I just don't know how to start this conversation, Like, hey, I really like you. We have a good time together. But do you mind if I go sleep with other people? That's basically what it is, right?
Yeah.
So no.
No, actually no. Friends with benefits isn't like I like you. It's like I don't like you. We're just meaning to, have the benefits.
Right.
And being friends. And you have no say in who I like or what I do. That's actually the thing about it.
Yeah, I personally, I wouldn't want to sleep with someone that I don't like. I'm very passionate guy and romantic, so I don't want to be with someone that I don't enjoy being with. So I don't think it's a good idea, friends with benefits. Maybe just dating someone, and if it doesn't work out, I'll move on. That's what I usually do. But friends with benefits, I don't see the point.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I've tried, I had friends with benefits one time.
Oh, really?
And definitely didn't work out.
How did you guys come down to the conclusion of being friends with benefits?
It was pretty straightforward. It's I wasn't even looking for a relationship at that point. I was just like, okay, we should have the benefits and still be friends. But it didn't work out in the end because I do catch feelings. Right.
That's the thing. Someone's going to get hurt.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah, someone's going to get hurt. I agree.
So, I stopped right there. I knew it wasn't a good idea. When I got to that point, I was like, no, okay, we should stop. and we stopped.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So from that experience, I knew that that is not for me. Definitely never. I don't recommend it.
No, no, no. Just smash and dash, I think is the best way.
Okay, so there's this girl who asked how to get a Western white boyfriend. What do you guys like in general from a girl?
Okay. I think this is a tough question because I don't know what type of Western she's after. But let's say, in my opinion, I think a lot of the expats and the people that I meet here that come to Vietnam, they just want to have a good time. Some of them stumble across a good girl, they really like her, and they stay with her, but I don't think that's never anyone's intention to be able to come to Vietnam to find my girlfriend and my wife.
Yeah.
They want to come out here to have a good time. So maybe the first thing that you can do is just be open-minded. Don't take it so seriously. Be more friendly and playful about it. And it's hard to say because
It depends.
I'll talk about my experience.
Okay.
Like what I do is if I meet a girl and I like her,
Yeah.
I'll spend time with her and I'll give her time. I'll wait. Like I wouldn't drop on it right there and then. I won't try to sleep on her on the first night. And if she doesn't want to sleep with me or kiss me, that's fine. And I'll be patient because I like her. But if I don't like her and she doesn't give me everything that I asked for at the beginning, I ghost her. I'm just like, I'm not going to waste my time. Yeah,
So
I'm
you're a
out.
ghoster.
I'm a ghoster for sure. I don't give a fuck. I'm out. I'm not going to waste my time. I value my time way too much to give people explanations that I don't care for. It sounds terrible, but I'm just being genuine. But if it's someone that I really like, I'm like, damn, this girl's so damn cute. I really want her. I will give her all my attention, and I will wait as long as I have to. So don't worry about trying to make it so perfect or what can I do to get a Western. It's just go and meet Westerns, give them a try, but don't give yourself away too easily. Because if you give yourself away too easily, they might stick with you for 1 week or 2 weeks, but they're not going to stick with you for the long term.
I feel the same way. Definitely.
So yeah, basically just be fun, give them a little bit, but don't give it all. And the ones that stick are the ones that are meant to be.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. It's like guys, if you give them all, they're just like get bored so easily. Like something about guys that's like so annoying. Like girls, because I know like a lot of girls, they have like so much love to offer, and especially Vietnamese girls when they meet foreign people, Western, I feel like it's like they feel like it's something different, something new. So they try to impress them in every way possible. They try to like love them so much, but in the end, like they get very disappointed that they're not receiving the same love back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like...
And you Vietnamese girls are so beautiful, guys. And I have to say, like, out of all the girls I've dated, my favorite, and the ones that have treated me the best, the ones I felt the most, like, connection and touch with has been the Vietnamese girls.
Yeah?
Yeah. You guys are very beautiful people. You guys are humble, are caring, are thoughtful, not fake. You know, like, you guys understand the meaning of humanity and people and working in a community. Not materialistic at all. You know, you guys.
That's because you're lucky. You were in that part of you actually met good girls. You know, here actually in Vietnam, we actually get a lot from foreigners and even Vietnamese guys that come from foreign countries and be like, she's a gold digger. You know, and I'm like, yeah, there are actually a lot of gold diggers here in Vietnam. But yeah, you're actually lucky you met like the good side of it.
Yeah, I think I have been lucky. Yeah, I've been lucky. But I mean, look, if you see a gold digger from a mile away, it's your fault.
Can you though?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, from the first date.
Really?
Yeah.
Like why? How? What would they say in order to like?
I mean, not a gold digger, but someone that's just after a free meal or like just using you for your money.
Like, how would you know if that girl is somebody like that, as you said, materialistic, let's say?
I don't know. I can just tell by the way that they speak, the way that they talk. It's not only by appearance. It's just by the way that they are. It's easy to tell. Like you are like maybe on social media and stuff, people might see you differently, but you're like the sweetest, most kind, most like humble and chilled out person.
Thanks.
No, and that's so that like I can tell that because I speak to you and I get to know you. So I think that's how it would be on a date. You know, you can tell this chick is just after something else, or and especially like because I'm from Colombia, and in Colombia they're the same.
Oh, really?
I'm very used to that culture. That
Okay.
A lot of, I mean, girls are not like it's a poor country, so a lot of girls are struggling. So I mean, they have no choice.
Exactly.
It's
That's
not their
true.
fault either. But no, I haven't really experienced any gold diggers here. Maybe I think the older guys probably have to deal with that. The older expats that are not so good looking anymore, and they're out looking for something. If you see an older guy with a really pretty girl, like it's obvious, right?
Exactly. A sugar daddy.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, so one of the girls from my audience is asking, my boyfriend and I have been going out for more than a year, and he's asking me to share the rent for his apartment. What should I do? I don't want to pay rent with him, FYI.
Oh, damn. Okay, so we got a gold digger in our hands.
Well, no.
I'm joking, I'm kidding. Where is she from, do you know?
I'm not sure, but probably Vietnamese, I think.
Okay. And do we know if her boyfriend is an expat?
I have no idea either. She just asked me that.
Oh.
But let's say in general.
Right. Well, it all depends on the agreement that you guys have together. And also depends on where he's from and where she's from. Because, for example, in South America, it's very common that the guy pays for everything.
Not even here. It's the same.
And here's the same. I don't know how it is here. But in the States, it's like half and half. Australia is very similar, like half and half. So, yeah, it just depends on the location.
I guess it's like a very controversial kind of like subject to speak on as well, because it depends on the relationship.
Right.
Like, in my opinion, for me, like, a guy should be the provider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's me in my relationships. I think the guy should provide and lead.
Right,
You
yeah.
know?
No, I agree.
Be the man in the house. And for me, it's like, okay, if you already have that house, and if you already, like, paid already, like, fully before having your girlfriend,
right,
then if she comes live with you, then just continue it like that.
Oh,
Why do you have to make her?
No,
you know?
No, I agree with you in that sense. Like, if it's nothing coming out of his pocket, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
But if the guy is struggling and things are not working, either she can contribute or they have to downgrade. And he'll just have to continue paying for everything, but it'll just have to be a downgrade version of where they're at right now. And if she wants to pay, is he worth paying for?
Exactly. It's even worth, like, paying for.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
it's very controversial, to be honest. It's actually, like...
That's a hard topic.
It's a hard topic to talk on. Definitely.
Topic. But if he's a rich dude and he's well off, I don't see why he should be making you pay.
Exactly. If he's, like, well off, there's no reason for asking your girlfriend to actually, like, pitch in, or if you don't really need it, you know?
Yeah. Only it all depends on the circumstances.
I feel like if the guy really likes the girl or, like, loves her, then he would want to make it easier for her in any ways possible. That's what a man does. He wants to make you happy if he really loves you, and he wants to make it easier for you in life.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
So I don't see why, if he's good and he wants you to pitch in.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So,
have you ever lived with anyone?
I have.
Yeah, here in Vietnam?
Here in Vietnam.
Wow. Where did you live?
Here, actually.
On this building?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
How was it living with
With
your boyfriend?
my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah,
my ex-boyfriend. It was pretty fun at first, but it just didn't work out.
Was that what broke you guys off, living together?
Like, did you guys break up after you started living
Yeah.
together?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What happened? Can I ask you?
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess when we lived together, there were just a lot of clashes, and we just didn't have the same direction of where the relationship is going anymore. You know, we had like very different opinions on things that we didn't see before living together.
Until living together.
Yeah.
Yep. What are some things so I can learn? Or the
Like,
audience can
for example, he would like to. He was pretty traditional. He wanted, like, for example, me to cook and clean, you know.
Damn.
And for me, that was like a no. That's not for me, man.
Yeah. Well, you guys in Vietnam have that tradition that, like, the women takes care of the cooking and the cleaning.
But not even in Vietnam, like, he was a Viet Kieu, if you know what that means. It means that he's Vietnamese, but he comes from another country.
Oh, okay.
He's not raised here. He was actually born in the States.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, but he still thinks like that. That's interesting.
I mean, yeah, it depends on each person, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
It doesn't even it's not even about the culture anymore. It's like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we just had a clash on that. He wanted me to do those things, and I felt like I didn't want to do those things.
No, you do your
know?
dishes. I'll do
Yeah.
my dishes, and
Mm,
we'll go from there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just divide the tasks? Like,
Right.
I don't mind doing it, but like, why do I have to do it? I also have my own work, and like, you know.
Of course. No. Things have
So
changed.
it just didn't work out in
Wow.
that sense, and yeah. So it didn't work out, and we broke up.
Oh, okay. How long did you guys date for?
Almost 2 years.
Wow, that's a long time. Ooh, that's hard. How do you get over a breakup like that?
I did actually get this question asked.
Yeah,
but,
I saw it on your Instagram story.
So I would say that I was definitely like really into the relationship. I knew that he was too. Everybody knew about us. Like we were going out with friends and we did everything together. And when we broke up, it was like a shock to kind of everybody because everybody thought that we were just like we were like looking so good together and we had this really good relationship before living together. And we had so much love for each other as well. And then when we broke up, like, it was just very, very sad and very depressing at first. But then I spent a lot of time with my friends, my close friends. They helped me a lot. But also the most important thing is to spend time with yourself. And I feel like that's how you heal. Is to spend time with yourself and really ask yourself the questions that you really need the answer to, Because some people would just numb the fact that they're hurt by going out drinking, doing drugs, you know, and that doesn't really help you heal.
If anything, the next day you wake up and it's worse.
So, like, my advice to those going through a breakup is actually feel the depression, feel the sadness. That's how you're going to get through, and that's how you actually heal. And learn whatever lessons you had to learn from the relationship, and you'll get through it.
Right. Yeah. I agree with you. The best, I think, the most motivated and the most, I would say motivated and go-getter in taking action has been after a breakup. I'm just like, okay, that's it. Fuck it. I'll work out for like 3 hours the next day. Just focus on me. Do my own thing. Not want to go out at all whatsoever. Right? That's the last thing I want to do. Because when I do, I just hate my life. I don't want to be around people either. I don't want to talk to people. But yes, like what you say, focus on yourself. And progress. I think that's the only thing that makes me happy. It's progress.
Yeah, progress, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I definitely feel like the more you focus on yourself, the more you're going to attract like good things into your life.
That's
you know what I
true
mean?
as well. Yeah.
Like, you only receive love if you love yourself the way that you want to be loved. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So now, does that make you a lot more picky with who you deal with?
I
now?
do. Yeah. I actually know what I want and what I don't want from a relationship now.
Right. Yeah.
Because my last relationship definitely made me learn a lot of stuff that I didn't know about myself, that I didn't know about relationships in general, and what I loved about love and what I didn't like about love. So definitely. But yeah, I got the chance to figure that out, and I actually met somebody already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're seeing someone now?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Where's he from?
I can't say where he's from because it's actually we're actually a very small circle of friends, and
okay,
they would know if I said it, but
right.
I like to keep it private. But yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh, cool. That's
we get
great.
along well.
Congratulations. Well, now I guess I can't ask you that, but this is recent, so let's say that you were still single.
Yeah.
What is it something that you like about being single, and what is it that you like about being in a relationship?
Okay, so being single is definitely like so free. Like, you can do whatever you want, have fun wherever you want, go to places wherever you want, like without like having to tell anybody or like being scared, you know. Flirt with all guys you want because you're not looking for anything basically when you're single. So that's the fun part of it, is like just like going on social media, seeing all the cute guys, liking their pictures, commenting or whatever, flirting with the guys. That's the fun part of being single, is actually you can flirt with whoever you want.
Right.
And like receive compliments, receive like the flirts from them back, and it's pretty fun. And whenever you go out with friends, you don't have to be afraid of like, okay, this guy is approaching me, whatever. You can do whatever you want because you're single.
Right.
But when you're in a relationship, it's fun as in you have a companionship, like as in you can share your sadness in a way, like your bad moods and your good moods to somebody. Like, you can talk about it.
Right.
And somebody there to listen and to help you go through hard times.
Yeah, companionship. I agree. No, I definitely like to be with someone more than to be alone. I know what you mean.
Of course. I feel the same way. Like, single, yeah, it's fun, but then like at the end of the day, we're all searching for that perfect person, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's nothing nicer than to go home to someone and go to sleep with them and be like, it's just, it's a peaceful sleep. I don't know why. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, what other questions we got?
All right. Okay, so this is a fun, weird one. Can you tell me your opinion on sleeping over if you're not in a relationship? As in sleeping over at their house, I think?
Yeah. I think it's probably fine. It's perfect.
Fine.
With me, I love when the girl sleeps over. I'm a cuddler, 100%. So anyone that I get intimate with and things start happening between us, I definitely want them to sleep over.
But don't you think that if you do that, the girl would get the wrong idea? Like, for example, they'd be like, oh, he wants a relationship with me, or he likes me. Because you say you're a cuddler, right?
Yeah,
but girls get attached by guys that cuddle with them, or they get close to them.
Well, I think that's a problem as well for me, because as soon as I cuddle with someone and she's pretty and everything's good, I get attached as well. But I don't care. Life is too short to worry.
Yeah.
I just want to have a good time. And if that's another thing, like if I meet someone that I really like, it doesn't have to mean that they're forever. They're just the right person for that right time. And I try to enjoy myself as much as possible.
Live in the present, right?
Yeah, live in the present. Enjoy your time. Learn from that person. They learn from you. And it's beautiful memories that you'll take with you. It doesn't matter if you guys don't end up getting married or staying together. But if it's someone that you click with, I think it's good to stick with that person and spend as much time as you can with them if you want to. And if you can, well, sleep over. It's a beautiful experience with someone that you like. There's nothing better than waking up to the person that you are infatuated with. So yeah.
Well, for me, that's actually pretty different because I would never sleep over with somebody that I'm not sure where my feelings are for that person.
Oh, really? Wow, interesting.
I would never, because I know that I would get attached.
But like, even if you guys kissed and hooked up?
No, I would not sleep
And
over.
then you wouldn't sleep over.
Sleeping
Wow.
over for me is like a whole different thing.
Wow.
It's like you sleep with that person, It's
Yeah.
like in the morning when you wake up, it's a weird feeling. It's like, okay, I slept
It
with
can
you.
be. It can be. Yeah.
It's
it
like
can
a
be.
very attaching when you sleep with
Right.
somebody.
Right.
So I choose not to if I'm not like in a serious relationship or if I'm not in a relationship.
Yeah.
And if I was like just like hooking up with a guy, let's say, then I would not sleep over at
Not
his
sleep
house.
over.
Never.
Oh, okay. Until when do you start sleeping over at their house?
When I'm actually like in a relationship. with
Oh,
them. When I'm
it's official. Wow.
When it's official.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good too as well because it keeps the guy in line. It's like, okay, there's more to look forward to instead of, like you say, giving him everything.
Exactly.
I think if I was a girl, I'll be more like you.
Definitely like don't give it your all, just like little bits to have him like
yeah. Keep him interested.
like keep a hook on him.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay. This is a funny one. What do you think about sugar daddies?
Well, there's I think there's a lot here in Vietnam.
There is. I
There's
think
a lot
so
of sugar
too.
daddies. So
I've never met one, but definitely a lot of sugar daddies.
Yeah, you can find one for sure. I think it's fine. I think it's great. I think it's cool. I think
Would
it's
you like to have a sugar daddy?
no.
Sugar mama, actually.
Yeah,
Sugar
mama
mama
is different. Yeah,
Sugar mama.
not sugar daddy. I've
How
been
much?
offered the sugar daddy thing.
Wait, really?
Oh, in Australia, yeah, in Sydney. When I lived in Sydney, everyone was gay. All the guys,
Seriously?
all the guys would hit on me all the time. Such a big gay community. I mean, I'm cool with it. I love gays. I love gay guys. I love going to the gay clubs. I love hanging out with them. But unfortunately, I'm not gay. I'm very like open-minded, energetic, happy, flamboyant, but I'm not gay. I love girls way too much. But yeah, I think it's fine. Look, the guy gets what he wants. The girl gets what he wants. As long as both of them are happy, it's fine. I have nothing against it. As long as the guy's not forcing nothing upon her
Yeah.
and she's not forcing nothing upon him,
I
don't mind.
I guess basically it's like a transactional relationship.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah. And look, if I'm old and I have money and I have no one, I would definitely be a sugar daddy, 100%. I will give me a beautiful Vietnamese. Or
Vietnamese?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vietnamese for sure. But no, yeah, I think it's cool. What about you? Would you ever have a sugar daddy? But he has to be good looking as well.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Like,
You were more
I-
like a bachelor than a sugar
I never
daddy.
thought of having a sugar daddy, but like girls, I know like in general, girls will be like, I want a sugar daddy and all that, just
Yeah.
because they don't want to work, they don't want to like, they just
Right.
want the benefits of having a relationship, as in like the guy providing for her. But like I think like I don't want a sugar daddy because it's like it's kind of transactional, like as in
Yeah.
like oh he gives me money and then I give him.
And I think if you do find a sugar daddy, I don't think he would be the most good looking guy.
Exactly.
Because then he wouldn't be a sugar daddy.
But if he's like good looking, then damn.
Yeah,
That's
then
damn,
that's a
okay.
husband. That's not a sugar
Okay.
daddy.
Okay. Okay. Next question. Okay. My boyfriend likes pictures and follows a lot of girls on Instagram. Should this be a concern? It would be awesome to get an answer from you on the podcast feed. All right. So
Yeah.
what do you think on this, guys liking sexy girls' photos on Instagram from a guy's perspective?
From a guy's perspective.
Okay.
You shouldn't be concerned because it's most likely not going to lead to anything. You can talk to V. She's a pretty girl on social media, and she probably gets hits on by tons of dudes. So his odds are very low. Unless he has a huge following, I think that's a different thing. But yeah, I don't think you should be concerned about him getting approved by these girls, but you should be concerned about his intentions with these likes and these follows. Personally, I only follow 3 people, which is my 2 sisters,
You see, that's the
That's
rare
it.
part. Like, you
I don't
only
follow
follow
anyone.
like 3 people, but
Yeah.
like other guys, they follow like a lot
Yeah.
of people.
And I do it because I don't want to spend my time there looking at booties and shit. It brings me no value. But yes, maybe you should have a chat with him and let him know. I think the best thing you to do in relationships is communication and be like, hey, listen, I saw that you like this girl stuff. I don't want to control you online, but I don't think that's correct. Let him know that you don't feel right about that and see what's his response. But if he's doing it often and a lot, then he's probably a horny dude, and maybe you should think about having an open relationship with him.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, I feel like definitely the likes doesn't mean anything.
No.
Like, if I had my boyfriend, like, liking other girls' pictures, let's say Instagram famous influencers, and I was like, okay, like...
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
the
if it's Instagram famous people, they're never gonna have any chance whatsoever. So that you shouldn't be concerned about it. But also, like, the fact that he's looking at, and I can see it from her standpoint, like, she's probably self-conscious because if she sees that he likes a lot of models and beautiful girls, then she might like, oh, I don't look like that. That's what he wants. That's what he's chasing. And if a girl comes across him like that, she might take him away from me. So that can be concerning. But I think you should just have a talk with him, have a chat with him about that.
Yeah, definitely have a talk with him. See, if he says it's a no big deal, then him stopping to like those pictures is definitely no big deal as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
If
yeah,
him
yeah,
liking
yeah.
the pictures and he be like, oh, it's no big deal. Why are you like so upset about it? And just say like then don't like the pictures anymore if it's no big deal.
Yeah, yeah. But I think you should definitely raise it because if you bring it up, he's going to be more thoughtful about it and not do it as much.
If he actually genuinely loves you.
Yeah,
or
if he
likes
loves you and likes you.
really
Yeah.
respects the relationship, then he would respect what you would have to say and
Yeah.
actually act upon it.
Yeah. Do you get hit on by a lot of guys that have girlfriends?
That have girlfriends?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know if the guy has a girlfriend.
You don't even bother to like check and stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
I do get like a lot of DMs from random dudes.
Yeah.
Like, some would even like ask me to send them feet pictures.
Oh, really?
Feet, like, they're like so many feet DMs. Should I just like sell my feet pictures online? Like, it's just feet.
Yeah.
Like,
I
nobody
think
would
you should-
even know who that is.
I
you
don't
know?
get that one.
And did you know there's even like a website to sell your feet pictures?
No.
There is.
Oh.
There is.
You can find her on there.
Maybe sometime soon.
You have pretty feet?
I don't.
Come
I
on,
don't-
show us your feet.
It's getting quite weird here on this
Oh,
podcast.
damn. Let's go to the beach.
Okay. How do you know a guy is cheating on you?
I think it's pretty obvious, no?
Is it?
If you're living with him, yes. If you're not, it can be hard to know. You know, if he starts being a little bit different around you, if he's doesn't touch you or hug you as much, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I think some guys are pretty good at lying.
I know. Like, I feel like some guys who cheat, like, I get a lot of
Like
stories.
professional cheaters.
They
you know?
act very loving and careful and like
Yeah.
thoughtful with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
That their girlfriends have no idea that they're cheating.
Wow.
Like, I get a lot of those kind of stories, and it's
Yeah.
like they were in shock when they knew that he was cheating because he acted nothing like he was cheating. He was always there, always present,
Yeah.
and it's just so weird to them. To them, when they found out that he was actually cheating.
I think nowadays it's pretty easy to tell who's cheating and who's not. Look, if they're not texting you back late at night, if they're not saying good night late at night, if you don't live with them. If you live with them, I think it's hard to tell if they're cheating. It's hard to lie that they're cheating. But yeah, no. If they're not texting you late at night, if they're going out and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, my phone died or I didn't have any internet, that's an obvious reason.
I mean, I feel like you shouldn't worry about him cheating on you or not. It's
Yeah.
just like you can't control that.
That's right. That's another thing. Yeah.
Like, just believe that bad things will happen to him if he does cheat on you. Like, I feel like, I don't know if you trust, like, I believe in the universe.
Karma.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he's a bad guy in your life and you're really good to him, then something will happen to the relationship that will, how do you say it, like, something like karma. Something karmatic. Karmatic will happen.
Yeah,
to
what goes around
him.
comes around.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you.
You can't control if somebody cheats on you or not, but you can control on how you react to it.
I like that. That's true. That's very true. I agree with you in that sense. If he cheats on you, it's probably a blessing in disguise if you find out.
Exactly.
Because then you don't want to be with someone that's doing that kind of stuff to you. You don't deserve that. So yeah, like you said, don't worry too much about, or don't
don't ruin your day
Exactly.
overthinking about if he's cheating or not.
Mm-hmm.
Just put the things together, and if you think he is cheating, raise it up with him, talk to him,
Mm-hmm.
communicate.
Or if you want to be on the toxic side, then just check his phone when he's sleeping or something.
Yeah.
Toxic advice check.
Have you done that?
No.
Yeah, you have.
I haven't actually. I actually haven't.
Well, it happened to me actually.
It happened to you.
Yeah. Even it was bad. This girl. I'll
Like
tell
your
the
ex?
story. Yeah. And she was my ex, and we were kind of like seeing each other. She was from Da Nang. And
Oh, is it here too?
Yeah, here in
Okay.
Vietnam. And I came to Ho Chi Minh City, and we kind of broke things off, but
Mhm.
not really. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll come back and see you. But I was going to continue traveling around Vietnam. And on my notes, I put my passwords. I no longer put my passwords in my notes.
I put them on my notes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So this chick, she screenshot, or I don't know how she got access to my notes, and she logged into my Instagram.
Damn.
And she found those DMs with these other girls that I had. And she just went off at me, dude. Off at me. And I mean, I had no way to defend myself, really. I just said, I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
I apologize, and that's it. So yeah, she looked through all my stuff. It was pretty bad.
But like, how did you know that she was looking through your stuff?
Because then she sent me screenshots of the conversations of me and all the
Shit.
girls. Yeah.
Like she was straight like, oh look, I'm in your Instagram.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. It's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I was like, oh no.
You know, if I were her, I would do it more of a like soft approach, as in like I would talk to you in a way where you would know that I know about it. You know, as in
Right.
like how do you say it? In Vietnamese, there's a saying when you talk to somebody and I just like poke you with that kind of like conversation, like you know where it's coming from. You know,
Yeah.
like in a
yeah.
sarcastic manner where you know that I read your messages.
Are you talking to other girls?
Exactly.
Yeah.
like,
No.
Something like that. You know.
Are you sure about that? Who's this? Who's
Mhm,
that?
mhm, mhm. Okay,
Here.
your weirdest sexual experience.
Okay.
What's the weirdest shit you've encountered in
Right.
bed?
Okay, so weird that a girl has tried to do.
I guess so, yeah.
Let me think, dude. That was a hard one. I guess maybe one time I was with a girl and we were just having sex and she tried to slap me. Well, she didn't try. She did slap me. This is like it went well, bam in the face.
In the face.
Yeah. So, like she didn't even fucking like tell me. You usually they'll get a little bit aggressive and you'll feel something's gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
But we were just going at it and she just went like a bam. And I wasn't expecting it, so I was like, "What the fuck, bitch?"
Was she like a foreigner or Asian?
This was an American chick in Australia.
Okay.
She was grinding me from the top and just fucking slammed me really hard. And so it was so unexpected that I didn't even know where I was after. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I got her off. I was like, don't do that. What the fuck? Or I'm like, slap me, but don't slap me so hard. Or at least like build up to it, you know? Another thing is maybe girls trying to stick their finger up my ass.
That happens to you?
Yeah, that's more than once.
I see like guys get so sensitive when around their ass area.
Yeah. I do. I'm just like, I don't know. It's new for me, so I haven't done it before. So I'm not ready for it. And I don't know. I'm just. A lot of people think, oh, I'm scared that I might like it, and then I turn gay. I highly doubt that's ever happened because I can never find a penis or a cock appealing. But I don't know. It just feels uncomfortable. It doesn't feel right. Like I should be sticking things inside the girl. The girl should be sticking things inside me.
But maybe, do you think it's just because of the norm and just what's in your mind?
That's another thing. Like we've just been, we've been taught something different, and
exactly.
that might be right. So that's why I've never tried it. But hey, who knows? In the future, I might try it. I definitely would have to be drunk and high to try it. To be like, yeah, sure. To have the confidence to be like, yeah, stick your fingers up there. And also, I don't know. Like do you have to clean, shave your ass before it happens? I want it to be a good experience for the girl too. I'm like, I don't want you to go back there.
I feel like definitely you need lube for that. Definitely a lot of lube.
Yeah? Have you done that before to a guy?
No, I haven't. And like the guys that I've been with are very sensitive to the topic as well. Like as you said, they're like, I'm not gay, Like they
Yeah.
always be like that. So no, I've never tried it.
Okay. What about you? What's been crazy sexual experience you've had?
Well, not a lot because I've only been with my boyfriends.
Right,
And that's
right.
4 dudes.
Yeah.
And most of them are actually like, well, not my boyfriends. One of them was my friends with benefits, but it was actually most like okay-ish.
Yeah. Can I ask you this question?
the misconception is that Asian guys have small penises. Is that true? Or is
No.
that true? It's not true, right?
It depends though.
Because just like they say all black guys have big dicks, I'm sure there's some black guys out there that have small dicks.
I have no idea.
I'm sure it is because I've heard it before, like that a lot of black guys have they have a lot to bring to the table because everybody thinks they have a big dick, and if they don't, they're like a bit self-conscious about it. So
Well,
that's not the case with Asian guys.
That is not the case. For me, especially with Vietnamese guys,
Yeah.
especially not Vietnamese guys.
Oh, so you haven't been disappointed with Vietnamese
No,
guys?
never.
Oh, that's good to know.
like
Interesting.
even like I was even surprised, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Right. But how would you know if you've never been with an expat?
That's true though. I've never been with an ex.
No, I guess you can see with porn and stuff.
But definitely Asian D, some good shit.
Right. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Cool. And from what I've experienced with the Vietnamese girls I've been with, a lot of them have not been crazy experience, as in like I kind of take the lead, and I teach them a lot of things. Is it the same case with guys? Because I've noticed that a lot of, from what I've seen or from what I've heard, is that a lot of Vietnamese guys, they don't like flip the girl around, they don't eat her out, they don't like to eat girls out.
Okay.
They don't like to, explore. They're kind of just like, okay, just normal
get it.
missionary style. They don't even shave. And
That's more of like the traditional guys in Vietnam.
okay.
I do
okay.
have heard stories of those kind of guys.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories actually from my friends, and they'd be like, sometimes they just like they don't know how to make love. They just be like all crazy up on you, like they're like, so quick and like they're crazy about it, but like it's weird, like just getting up all up on a girl, but like they don't eat you out. Like that's what my friends told me, and yeah, some of them just aren't really open to the fact like to eating you out or
Pleasing the girl.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
more about
They're just,
getting
like,
it done and that's it.
Missionary, and then that's done.
Oh, that's so sad.
And when I hear that, I'm like, that's sad.
Damn.
That's just sad.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful experience.
I'm just like lucky because with the guys that I've been with, they're all very like, let's say, experienced in a way.
Yeah.
That and it goes on both ways,
Right. No, I agree with you.
If you would have to choose, would you choose ass or boobs?
I think I would prefer ass.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. Especially the girls out here, man. They're all so beautiful and so slim and so pretty. So it doesn't really matter to me. It's not a big deal. I'm more of a face guy.
Oh, okay.
A face.
But I feel
Face
like
overall.
that's what all guys that I've encountered say.
Yeah.
So, like, they're more to the face.
Yeah, me too. I prefer face. Face is the most important thing. You can be fucking flat-chested, no ass, beautiful face. That's cool with me. But face overall.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What do you like in a guy? Do you like the tall and skinny, or do you like tall and muscular?
Definitely
or do you
tall.
care a lot about height?
I do care a lot about height, but actually, like, my exes aren't that tall.
Yeah.
They're like only taller than me by a bit.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it didn't really matter at the point. But
Right.
like, I feel like I do prefer dudes that are taller than me by a lot.
Of course.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm protected, I'm a
Yeah,
girl.
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I'm protected. I feel like his height just matters a lot. Even like with my current boyfriend now, he's much taller than me. So
Right.
I just like really like that.
Okay.
And I really like fit guys.
Yeah.
I want my dude to work out and actually be healthy and look fit,
Right,
not
right.
super skinny or
Yeah.
chubby. Like that's
No chubby.
a guy that takes care of himself.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay.
I don't need him too shredded. It's not like 6-pack. I don't need all that.
Yeah, but he takes care of himself. He works out 3-4 times a week, and
Basically, like just
He's
a
a little
tall,
bit
fit
healthy.
guy
yeah.
that knows how to take care of himself.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Answer that. The size matter.
It does. Like some people say, it's not the size that matter. It's the motion in the ocean. But I feel like if you ain't got the size, then how are you gonna feel the motion in the ocean, right? I mean, that's just my opinion on things.
Right. Okay. But what's a decent size for you? That okay, this will do.
I don't know. I've never really measured any dicks.
But just give me like a hand.
I don't know.
Which one you'd be like? It's not great, but I can work with that. Something that.
I guess like that. Can you guys see?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good 6 inches.
I don't know.
Alright.
Not like this though. Nuh-uh.
That's
like
too
that.
small. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So size does matter for V.
Size does matter.
You have friends that say size doesn't matter?
I have.
Yeah.
I do.
The-
For them.
Okay, what's more important, foreplay or size?
That's a hard question. I feel like sex isn't sex without foreplay, though. You know.
That's right.
It's like you can't just get it right into the main dish. You need
Yeah.
like appetizer, entrees, main dish, dessert.
Right.
You know, that's the whole package right there.
Uh-huh,
You need that.
Yeah.
Like girls, if you're like settling for a guy that just goes straight to the main dish, you ain't living your life. That's
No, not at all.
you're missing out.
Yeah.
Dump the guy.
It's not spicy enough. Well, let's talk a little bit about social media
Okay.
and the internet and what you're doing. Your main goal is to grow your personal brand online,
Yeah.
right? And you're doing TikTok.
Yeah, I'm
And
doing
you
TikTok.
you started TikTok only, you said 3 months ago?
6 months.
6
Around
months.
6 months.
6 months ago.
Mhm.
Okay. And how do you find doing TikTok? Because were you comfortable in the camera before?
I wasn't.
No.
Still now, to this point, I'm still not comfortable in
Really?
the camera.
Yeah. And how do you feel overcoming that?
To be honest, I'm still in the process of overcoming that. I feel like sometimes, like I'm still very camera shy, even when I'm by myself, you know, because I know that this footage is going to be put out in the public,
Right.
and I act a certain way in front of the camera
Yeah.
that makes me like not as comfortable as I would like.
Right.
But I'm working on that.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm more comfortable in the camera compared to 6 months ago.
Right,
For
right.
sure. It's like a
Mhm.
process.
Yeah,
Step-
it's all
little
practice.
step. Mhm.
I'm with you. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's all practice. And how do you feel with the time that has been invested on TikTok? Do you feel that it's been worth your while? Because a lot of people haven't started TikTok or haven't even downloaded the app, so they don't know how it works. Personally, I see the effort that I put on TikTok goes. It's way better off than the effort that I'll put on Instagram.
Mhm.
Like growing on TikTok is so much easier
Yeah.
than growing on Instagram now. I think Instagram is going out of the door. Like I'd much rather scroll on TikTok and consume TikTok
Mhm.
than Instagram.
I feel like video content is definitely a more newer form of how do you say it? Like people would I don't know how to say it. Like video content is much more appealing nowadays.
Right, I
Like
agree.
video is much more real. You feel more real. You feel more connected to the influencer that you're watching as well than just pictures.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
you see a lot of more personality through videos than than photos. For example, if I'm like this really nice, funny person, and then I take like this picture that looks super cool, they think like I'm maybe I'm mean or I'm not good. Whereas when I'm in video, then you can actually see my facial expressions and how I react
Yeah.
to certain things, and makes you feel more close to the creator.
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. Yeah. No, definitely. Like the connection, and probably your audience knows you better, and you know your audience better
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah.
Depending on the content that you put out, if it's video.
Yeah.
I agree.
But for TikTok, I think it's important to actually really niche it down.
Mm.
You get definitely more views and more attraction, I guess, if you really niche your videos down.
Right.
Because TikTok is actually a niche-focused platform. That's why I try to build my content around 3 things only, like fashion,
Right.
beauty, and then I really like being funny. I really like comedy stuff, you know,
Right,
like
yeah,
little
yeah.
skits or something.
Uh-huh.
Try to do funny stuff once in a while, but I feel like that isn't working because I'm in like fashion, beauty, and then like comedy. Like, what is she doing?
Right,
But
yeah.
I'm actually testing out what works best for me.
And that's what matters.
Mhm.
Is just that you test. You
Yeah.
test. And if you want to do comedy, try it out. Test it out. It might not work the first time, second or third time, but maybe the first one might blow up.
Mm.
And it might be it. How do you plan to quit your job?
Well, I already talked to my team about it.
Oh,
My
okay.
team is super great. I love them. Like I've been with them for 2 years already,
Uh-huh.
and it's like the greatest team ever. They're actually planning on opening their own company, and I will be a part of that as well.
Okay.
But right now, they're still working at the company that I'm working at, and they're actually the ones who have encouraged me to quit,
Oh.
to follow my dreams.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. That's nice. So you have a supportive
they're
team.
actually my friends as well.
Right.
Especially the one who is leading the team is one of my close friends.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually told me to decide to actually sit down, and she actually asked me like, what do you want to do? So she knows how to plan for the team.
Right.
Because she's the one who's leading the team. So she's
Yeah.
asking me face to face, like, what is your goal? Do you want to stay with the team and work with the team, or do you want to pursue your personal brand
Right.
influencer thing? And I actually told her like, yeah, I want to pursue the influencer thing, and
Mm.
she helped me with the planning and how I would quit. And she's like, okay, then let me look for another position,
Right.
in my
Oh,
position.
okay.
And she encouraged me to actually made a decision.
Wow. Okay.
She's like, it's not worth it if you're just here and you're not learning anything anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
super lucky to have those kind of people in my team working with me and actually encourage me to do what is good for me, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
Cool. That's great.
Yeah.
And so as soon as you quit, you just want to focus on building your personal brand online.
Exactly.
You're gonna create a YouTube channel.
I'm going to
you
create a
have
YouTube
TikTok
channel,
and
doing TikToks, definitely working
Okay.
on my content.
Right. Okay, guys. So before this goes out, create your YouTube channel. I'll put it on the description. Go
All
give
right.
her a sub, guys. Help her out a lot. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on TikTok, and follow her on YouTube because
Yes.
she's gonna start creating content. So
I will definitely
if
be
they go to your channel, you have nothing on there. She will in the future.
I will definitely.
Cool.
Do a lot of vlogs, do a lot of travel vlogs, do
Yeah.
a lot of fashion, beauty, all that stuff.
Relationships, because
Relationships as well.
I know you say you don't have a lot of experience, but I really like what you're saying and the way you think, and I think a lot of people can learn from that. Especially girls. Girls can really struggle with that. I know a lot of girls get hurt out there. I feel sorry for girls
I
sometimes.
do feel the same way. I feel like they don't know their own power yet, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And they get stepped on, taken advantage of, and it's not nice. So guys, as well, if you're watching this, be nice to the girls. Don't be such dicks.
Exactly. Be like him. Be more like him, you know?
I
Super
wasn't.
sweet.
I am now, but I was not the nicest guy in the past. So,
you were like
I'm paying for it now. I would say.
So you were a fuckboy before?
Yeah, I guess you can call me a fuckboy.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, I moved around a lot and I had a good time. But now I'm more looking for a good connection, someone that I can grow with, someone that's into the same things that I'm into, someone that supports me, someone that I can support, and that I can learn from. That's my main goal now. I don't want to just have a sexual transaction.
Yeah.
It brings no value, and you feel so shit right after. You're like, oh, I just spent 3 hours, or 3 or 4 hours just with a person that I don't really like, a person that I don't see a future with, and now that I just I come back to the realization that I'm wasting my time, and I don't want to talk to this person. I want to get out of here as quick as possible. So I stopped doing that a lot.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, that's why I'm, like, very picky with who I choose, and I feel like I don't need to have fun. What I'm searching for is actually real connection and somebody to commit to, you know?
Yeah, and
so
growth.
I feel like I don't want to waste my time having fun.
Yes, and someone I can create stuff with is what I'm about now. That's open to being on camera, that is happy with creating, putting it out there to the world. They're not afraid to do that. So, yeah. Anyways, that's it. I guess that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's actually a fun podcast. We were here before when the sun was, like, really, like, up.
Yeah.
And now it's, like, dark.
And now it's
So-
dark. We've been talking for a good 2 hours. But it's been a great podcast, guys. So
Yeah, it
to the people
definitely
that are
has.
listening, if you like this type of podcast where it's more about answering questions, where it's her talking, it's me talking, not only the person that I interview, let me know. Give me some feedback, please. How you guys feel about these podcasts. If there's other questions that you guys want to know about Vietnam, I'm going to be here for, I don't know how much longer because of this whole visa situation that's going on. I'm sure you know.
Okay.
But at least another month, I'm expecting. If not, I don't know where I'm going to head to. Maybe South America, maybe somewhere in Europe. Doesn't matter. Any country that is willing to accept me with what's going on in the world right now. But thank you so much for anyone that is watching, that is listening. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give me a like and comment down below, where are you watching from?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go to? And please make sure to show Levi some love. V, she's a beautiful girl. She's so sweet. And I really like the way you think and the way that you are. It's very different to what you would expect from what you see on Instagram because it's just beautiful pictures of you. But there's a lot more to show than just that.
Thank
and I
you.
really like that you're going to the video side of things to show more your personality.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Because I think you're very strong, especially in the sense of being grown up the way I was grown up. Having to move around really detaches you from having to moan or be ungrateful or not be happy or getting what you want right there and then.
Yeah.
And being able to cope on the spot. I think you have a lot of that, and I admire that because I rarely meet people that have been through what I've been through. And I think yours was way tougher than mine. You know, only child, living only with your mom, and moving around so much in different types of cultures and languages is definitely not easy to do.
It isn't.
So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And I hope you keep on doing what you're doing. And good luck with everything.
Yeah, thank you for the podcast, actually. Yeah, I wasn't expecting, to actually make this long of a podcast. It took long, but we actually got into some deep conversations, which is really cool. And I hope, this brings value to you guys as well. Because I feel like we actually did bring a lot of value from what we were talking about as well.
Of course. No, I think it's great. I think it's fun. It's a fun podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, as you guys know now, I never really spoke about drugs and sex in my podcast before, but if you haven't heard me speak about it. Now you know I'm a very open book. I'm very chill about it. We all do it. We all like to have fun, so I think it's a normal topic to bring up, and I'll try to bring it up more often in these podcasts. But as you guys know, my main goal is to motivate you guys to travel, because life is short for you to be miserably living every single day, going to a job you hate, dealing with people that you don't want to deal with, and just losing life in general. The less you live, the more you die. That's all you're doing. You're either living or you're dying. So make sure that you go out there, take action, and most importantly, travel. Until next time, Christian Rodriguez, bye.
Bye.
Boom.
You make me